Yo, 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 yo. It's me. It's me. It's the with the capital T. Always have been, always will be that late night delight. That's how you wind down your day just right. You know what it is. The milkman is in the BUILDING. You know where I'm at. You can find me here every
I'm waiting for the yee to so I know it's my turn to go. Okay, okay. What up? I'm just
Let's
Bree. I gotta
go.
know that it's concluded. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
Sounded appealing, Layla.
Huh?
Sounded appealing.
I'm just thirsty. There's no
What
cool
sounded
water.
appealing?
I had her fix me a drink.
Oh yeah. And she fixed herself one too.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna tell the people that you just Bree or what?
I did.
You did?
I did. I
I thought
promise
you
I
was
did.
over there waiting for the right time.
No, and then I said, "What up? I'm just Bree."
You said the
Didn't I?
night time is the
Did I
right
not?
time,
Did I get that
baby.
distracted by my drink arrival?
Oh, the night time. I think you did get distracted by your
I
drink.
promise I said I'm gonna have to go back and watch, but I promise
I
I
mean,
said
you're gonna have to look at something because I think you might not have even said it. You just started conversing with the other drink.
I'm
I'm
pretty
over here still trying to like and share this thing up. I appreciate everybody tapped in on this evening. I promise you, I'm headed over here to the comment section so I can say what's up. Who this is? Who this is out here talking junk? What?
tell
What's
you.
good with you, cuzzo?
Uh oh.
Little home chill out here. What? Out here pushing it. What you talking about? Tell
I
your
feel
little
like you
homie
be
chill
slow
out here.
sometimes, and I need you to put it together faster so you can just move past it in the moment, like.
Hey, everybody be nice. Everybody be cool.
Yes.
Everybody be cool. Then everybody left on that one.
Oh, remind me. I gotta talk
Uh
to you
huh.
about something.
You gotta
Remind
talk to me
me.
about something.
Yeah, I got to talk to you
Why you
about
can't just
something.
talk to me about it now?
Cause this a little complicated.
Oh, okay, it's complicated. I see. I
But
see.
remind me.
I can't wait to this conversation. You know what? And I don't even see nobody else in the comments. Praise the Lord that I could. I mean, I guess I just assume. I make assumptions around here. I hate to have to do that. Um, little with lots of big letters. It must not be little.
Oh my goodness.
Praise. I think I'm supposed to say something like, "Hey, yo, Bree,
What up?
how you doing?"
I'm good. I'm good. I had a good day today.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I went to advanced steward training today
Quite a good time.
downtown at our ASME office, and yes, always learning good information.
Uh huh.
And came home and wrote a grievance, like ready, like fired up, like,
I
and
need. Where's my messenger? Like, I feel like I just need you to message me. I can't even get through this episode. The motherfucker gonna have to tell me.
who me?
Yeah, whatever I missed, you seem to know what it is.
Oh, Chris. Okay. Anywho,
What?
um, so I had advanced steward training today, and then I came home and I'm working on a grievance right now,
Uh huh.
and be taking some union time tomorrow to work on some more, fired up and whatnot. And I also had my son's decision day tonight.
Oh yes, I was excited to hear about how that went.
Um, it went good. He, you know, got into.
I mean, I knew where he was going, so it
You
wasn't like a surprise to me.
Right. But he is going for computer engineering, and the School of Granger, which is the School of Engineering at U of I in Champaign, Urbana, or Urbana Champaign, however. I always grew up with it being Champaign, Urbana, but now people are saying Urbana Champaign. So
What does Google say?
I don't know what Google says, but Google says that the Gulf of Mexico is the Gulf of America. So you can't always go by what Google says.
I don't think that they've made an official change on Google.
I promise. Check Google
Damn, Donald
Maps.
Trump controls Google? I didn't know Donald Trump controlled Google. What was we? Oh, that's right. Is it Urbana, Champaign, Illinois, or Champaign, Urbana, Illinois? They don't know. They might know. If it would have to have captured, it would have to have captured more words than just it is, or is it?
I can't get it to not be. Oh,
What does yours say?
but you see how it says Gulf of America? You see that?
Nope. You should just tell me.
Gulf of America. So we can't trust Google Maps.
Oh, not talking about that fella. That's your best friend.
You are so slow. Like, come on.
Bro, I wish you were still watching the show. You're probably not even watching the show no more to get into the comment section. You should come on back to the show. Let me just tell you to come on back to the show. We can talk about
How
it.
you gonna tell him he not in the show?
Is he on the show?
You said you probably not in the show no more. You should come back to the show. Like you're telling him, like if he's not in the show, how are you talking to him? Like he's in the show.
I'm typing it. I was typing it. Oh, he here. Oh, he here. He here. He here. Hey, positive light. Hey, joy, sunshine. Hey. You know, sometimes the devil come in to steal, and destroy your energy. But low key, I kind of want to know more about what he's talking about because what I've discovered so far, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this out loud, but I'm saying it because this is all I know. Apparently, the Tasmanian devil hopped in. I guess it was the Snapchat going crazy. See, the issue is though, that's your homie though. You said my little homie. You knew him before me. He said, I'm monetized. I can't talk crazy on here. I ain't mad at you. Get your multiple lines of revenue having ass up out of here. I can't even be mad at you. Yo, I don't, sometimes he be having bad days. You know him far better than I do. I had a nice little 3-year run with him. I actually talked to him not too long ago. He seemed to be in a better place, but like I said, he has his ups and downs. You got to really be ready to ride that one out. But you've been rolling with him a long time. What he was spazzing out over? I mean, he has a phone number for me now, at least a number, Hey, Bree.
What's up?
You having an amazing time tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey man, I mean, there's BetterHelp. It's an amazing app. I see it come on YouTube all the time, and it's amazing to everyone. Because there's someone out there that don't even know you who wants to help you sort your things out. Just if you find yourself needing, you ain't even gotta want to talk to nobody. But if you just want to see if it's true that there are unbiased people out there who will just listen to you and help you sort through your bullshit at a pace in which you're ready to do so, just find out. It's possible. It can happen. But you gotta taste and see, as the Bible says. You got to find out for yourself. And so yeah, that is what it is. What do you want to talk about tonight? You want to talk about Diddy?
Again?
Do you want to talk about Donald Trump? What do you want to talk about? Drop a comment. Somebody let us know what you want to talk about tonight. What do y'all want to talk about? Drop a comment. Let me know what's going on in your neighborhood. I mean, Harvard is losing $3 billion. There's like some type of supposed ban on international students coming in America, not just at Harvard. I don't know what the hell is happening.
Yeah, he's trying to ban international students from going to Harvard.
And I don't even, this probably sounds un-American. And I don't know. I mean, you have to take it how you take it. How you receive it is on you, not me. But I really feel like we are living in a lawless country in the sense that I don't feel safe, not from my neighbors, but from my government. I mean, just the lengths at which they're going to manipulate law to have their will done. Like, I feel like I could just be like taken out of the country and I wouldn't have a say so in the world. And people be like, well, Poe Milk got deported and he was born here, but you know, the judge said he could go. Donald Trump put him out. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it was just,
I mean, he's really just doing as he sees. Like, he's blocking Chinese student visas, other people, but them specifically. But in other news, he pardoned and released Larry Hoover today.
I saw that.
And
the Chrisleys.
So
that's some shit right there. How Larry Hoover and the Chrisleys. It's like I gotta do one and one. Like he has to do one for one. But is it like this? Okay, I don't even want to take it back to Dave Chappelle. But is Larry Hoover and the Chrisleys weighted the same? Is that why it was two Chrisleys for one Larry Hoover?
Yeah, like, I think so. I think maybe.
Help me, Bree. Help me, please.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, the Trump administration is all over the place. Like, they're doing the terror. I mean, it's all over the place. It's a fucking mess. Right.
And then he says that Russia is playing with fire. Apparently, Russia's back on the attack. It's all bad out here in these streets. I saw something the other day. Said we ought to be worried about China, but that didn't seem to be like some major news. Apparently, they keep running these little what you call them exercises with they boats around Alaska. But you know, it doesn't seem like that's something we have to worry about imminently, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's terrible. Like there have been
the NBA is nice though. Are the Wolves getting dubbed right now, Chris? Because I can't see the game or the score. To tell you the truth, as much as I've been loving the games, I've been watching them all in highlights and replays. But OKC is whumping that ass. Indiana is whumping that ass. And I think Ant-Man might go ahead and go home tonight. What's the score now? Drop the score in the comment section for me. I'd love to know. Is it still a dub? What quarter is it as well? I would love to know that. Do you want to talk about is it Diddy's assistant intern? Okay, so I believe it was Diddy's assistant who testified today, who we found out Cassie was actually his intern. So Cassie started out as an intern of the assistant. Okay, this is where her humble beginnings come from. Okay. What we learned though is that Diddy used some really foul language to refer to Cassie. Apparently, he says he was around Diddy on the reg. He was around Diddy and Cassie together at least once a week. And Diddy's favorite word to refer to Cassie was bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that's not nice. And then there were some SL words thrown in there. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas might have been thrown around a time or two. Made it seem like it was a real toxic situation when it comes to the language. But I found that to just be like some decoration in the trial, or like I don't know, like a side note, because I didn't know it was against the law to call people out their name. But it does go to show the type of character that he has. However, there are plenty of folks who, they couples that cuss each other out all the time, call each other nasty names and shit, and they do it endearingly or hatefully, depending on the mood they're in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We know these folks. We're not going to pretend like we don't know them. I know them. Don't have me call you out by name.
It's also said that she has gave birth to her baby.
I didn't know she gave birth. I ain't had time to look at everything.
Yeah. So she had her baby.
Okay. Who is she with again? Because she's with somebody that was connected to Diddy now.
A trainer? I don't know if he was like a personal trainer. I think he's a horse trainer. I don't know. But I know he's some sort of trainer.
Have a horse trainer?
I don't know. Maybe he got horses.
Okay.
Maybe he's look. I thought he was a personal trainer, but then I seen something that said that he was a horse trainer. So I don't know. You
don't know. We're gonna need more people to give us some help in the comment section. You know what I'm talking about?
But yeah, so he so she gave birth to the baby today. I guess.
Congratulations to Cassie. I guess she testified from the hospital room.
She didn't testify today.
I'm bullshit. Remember, I bring the funny, Bree. I bring the funny.
But I am so I think there were members of the LAPD and the LAFD that testified today.
There was an officer who testified today and said that he saw Diddy's SUV, or an SUV that was registered to Bad Boy, was parked just a block away from the home when they arrived. They said that they saw the unwrapped gift that our dear friend Capricorn talked about the other day. So they verified Capricorn's story. However, I would say, would that not be public information in the sense that all of this came out at the time of the break-in? I don't know. And then there's the issue of the DNA on the Molotov cocktail bottle belonging to a female. The question is whom, and do they have connection to Bad Boy? Bree, this shit just keeps getting crazier and crazier, but it seems that there is some truth. The question is what's true and what is not. And is Diddy really this demonic monster that they have painted him out to be?
I mean, clearly
is he a man with like a sex addiction who is,
No, that man's a monster.
They're not looking at him in the right light,
That man's a monster. And from what has been told, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, because they say his father was a monster. So he just got monster blood. Demon blood.
Do you in any way compare this to the R. Kelly case? I mean, R. Kelly, I think, might be maybe Weinstein or some of them. I don't know. I mean, it's not quite the same charges, but in terms of Cosby, Cosby as well, in terms of like high-profile individuals who have got sex charges against them, convictions. Like, where do we put this? Like, is Diddy like the king? Is he the king
of disgusting? Yes.
Yes, the king of disgusting. Let's call it that. I like that. I like that. I like that. King of disgusting. Is he that? Is he the king of disgusting?
I mean, I think all of these things are different in the Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein, is that his last name?
Weinstein, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's the
And Bill
island
Cosby.
fella. I
They
forgot
just
the island fella's name.
they use they power to get, what they wanted from people, which is illegal, but
well,
but
that
in
in of
this sense,
itself, I
they
don't
were
know is illegal.
well, that isn't. Yeah, I mean, that's a morally wrong.
Devious.
Morally
it's
wrong.
A moral foul, right? But you won't go to jail for that.
If drugging and things are involved,
that's illegal.
That's
clearly
illegal.
But
that all of these women were of age, and it's sad that it is that type of quid pro quo industry, but that is what it was at that time. R. Kelly, in his instance, there's some gray area in the ages, in the legalities and things whatnot. But in his case, I don't believe that he should be the only person in jail. I believe a lot of the parents of these people belonged in jail as well, because they put their kids in. And everybody from Chicago who lives in Chicago, around Chicago, everybody knows how R. Kelly, everybody knows. So the fact that you put your kids in those positions, knowing what's,
that's no child endangerment, ain't it?
Yeah, like some of these parents needed to be in jail right along with him. So that's a different situation. In this situation, if it's shown that at these after parties that there are children, there were children there, and in this case where he was clearly beating, someone, domestic violence, was all of the stuff that he was doing illegal? No. But is he out of all of these cases the biggest monster? No, I think that island with all the kids was. What was if that was true? I don't know, but didn't he die and the girl who knew about it got killed? So that shit.
She might still be woke. He died in prison.
Yeah, I think I don't know. But so that was probably more monster stuff going on there, because them folks is popping up dead. But he's probably second in line.
That's like getting to the next level, though. That's
right.
That's like
it's like them
to an
and
island,
then Diddy, right? Like them, then Diddy, then probably.
Wait, no, we gonna rank them all. Oh, we're ranking them.
Then probably R. Kelly.
Okay.
Then Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby, because at the end of the day, those women knew what they was going there for. I mean, it's unfortunate that that's how the industry was, where you had to.
Yeah, but see, I think Weinstein was probably more predatory than Cosby. I think Cosby was just having fun.
Yeah,
but would that be the
But I feel like Cosby, though, where it evens them out is that I feel like Harvey was using his influence and power more, whereas Cosby was kind of drugging him a little bit, and that's that's what raises him a little bit, slipping stuff into their drinks.
Available. I think it was. I don't think he put anything in anybody's pudding without them knowing.
Yeah,
you think so? I don't know that in that case they did not.
All I know is what I have had to learn. What I've had to learn throughout this entire experience with all of these cases is that I have to learn to separate the art from the artist. I can still listen to the music. I still watch Cosby Show every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't have to love the person to, still enjoy their create. Because, I mean, how are you going to cut everything a bad boy out your musical catalog? How do you do that? You can't.
I think out of all of the catalogs, I probably could cut Bad Boy the quickest, the easiest.
What? Do you understand how much music Bad Boy is
I
behind?
don't care.
What?
I don't care.
Nah, there's
And
no
you
way.
can have all of Biggie. Mace, all of them.
Lil Kim?
Bye.
Oh, this is blasphemy. This is blasphemy. This is blasphemy.
Bye.
Oh my God.
Oh, we got plenty of folk out here. Lola,
Danity Kane and Total.
I'll put Queen Latifah on repeat. Fuck it, I'm cool.
Oh my God.
Where somebody get my
There's
damn
just so much. 112? Like, are you?
Bye. Give me some Jodeci. We're gonna keep it pushing.
Lord have mercy.
We got some replacements for your ass. We just gonna keep it pushing. I got some better flavors for you. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Really? It would be that difficult for you? I'm mad you put Danity Kane like way at the top.
Danity Kane had some cuts. Don't knock Danity Kane. Like, they had some cuts.
They looked like
Day 21. They had some cuts.
Special going wrong.
No, Danity Kane had some cuts. And 112 Total Faith.
My favorite
Lil Kim.
I would be most.
All you had to say is Lil Kim, and I'm like, nope, can't lose any of it. Can't lose any of it. Not one song.
She can go to. Mm-hmm. The one I'll miss the most is Dylan. That's who I'll miss the most.
Oh Lord!
Come on, man, be for real.
Okay.
Let's put some labels out there.
When I was about
okay, come on, let's put some labels out there. Wait. Rockefeller, Bad Boy, No Limit. Come on, let's name some labels. Let's really talk about it. And you keeping them like, I need to hear. We rank Bad People. Now I need to hear like where Bad Boy ranks among other labels. Like,
I'm not getting rid of none of it. That's why I said
no. One of them gotta go.
No,
I'm just saying it would be easiest for me to get rid of Bad Boy compared to, like Cash Money. I'm still naming, you know what I mean? Like, Motown. Okay. I'm naming them from every era, all eras. I guess it's not the same genre. Okay, we'll discount that. Come on, what?
No. Bad Boy is no.
Yes, it could go. It could go.
No.
It could go. It really could go. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. From now on, it's gonna be called Good Boy. When it comes back, it's gonna be called Good Boy. Because Diddy gonna be gone. Everybody gonna have the rights to their music, and it's gonna be Good Boy Records. Bad Boy will be no
Good
more.
Boy Records.
Good Boy Records. Yo, what up?
I mean,
it's all love out here. Say what up to Kalisha Bree.
What up, Kalisha? How you doing? I would say, okay.
You know what's all love out here, girl?
If I was,
now you got a list over there.
Now I'm trying to figure out which one I would have to get rid of.
Let's hear what the options are. Let's know what we're rocking with. Let's hear what the options are.
Okay, so let me see. If we going with, okay, we got Def Jam.
Mm-hmm. Let's go Russell Simmons.
Rockefeller.
All right, Jay.
Bad Boy.
Ooh, Good Boy Records.
Grand Hustle.
All right, yeah.
Death Row.
Yeah.
Now we have Young Money and
Young
Cash
money,
Money.
cash money, all the money. Keep on
It
going.
says Rough House. Who was that even?
I don't know about the
So-
Rough House. What about Murder
so we
Inc?
don't
We ain't
just-
said nothing about Murder Inc. The Inc in the building.
Oh yeah, Murder Inc. Okay, I get rid of
I
Murder
might
Inc.
get, I might could
Murder
get rid of
Inc. can
Murder
go.
Inc. over Bad
Murder
Boy.
Inc. can go.
I might could get rid of Murder Inc. over Bad Boy. Oh, that's so shitty. I hate that for Murder Inc. Yo, Kalisha talking to you.
Ooh,
Oh no, it didn't knock out your power.
not the power.
No, I'm glad you're
Y'all
good
get like
though.
storms and stuff like that up there, or like
What is
thunderstorms.
Canada? I mean, and speaking of Canada, Prince Charles, not Prince Charles, Granddaddy Charles, King Charles. I don't know. Forgive me, Your Highnesses, Nisses, and them. But he spoke on it about how Trump trying to bring old Canada into the United States. He said he ain't going. Oh, you know the Rough Riders, Bree.
The Rough Riders was DMX. This is Rough House. So it looks like Rough House was a joint venture with Columbia, signing the Fugees, Cypress Hill, Crisscross, and Wyclef.
Oh, they was a little subsect. Okay.
But I thought Crisscross was part of So Def.
Daddy
But,
not gonna make
yeah.
it jump.
Have you
But
seen
it-
my headphones?
No.
Not the Wi-Fi and everything. 3 trees.
3 trees.
Yep,
You
and them
live
the
around too
main
many
trees.
trees. See this? You
I'm
need to
about to
move.
say I love trees, but not them kind. Not them kind. Unless they provide good shade. I hate to see that. Did y'all have tornadoes or what was it? Big winds and trees and storms? Bree, you remember that time when I was living in Quincy and I was on the phone with you? You probably don't remember. And I said, I think it's storming outside. And when it got through storm and the trees was laid down all up around the block and shit, we had they called it straight line winds. I had never heard of that, where it was as powerful as tornadoes without no funnel. And I drove around town and power lines was down, trees was everywhere. You know, you're supposed to just keep your ass in the house till they clean up. My punk ass had to drive around the wires, sparking and shit. Do you remember this?
No, I would have went so home. Like as soon as I see
went
some
and got me a
spark,
Black and Mild. The gas
I'm
station
turning
was
right
still
around.
open.
Turning right on around.
I said, I think I just survived the storm. I'm going to get me a Black and Mild. Oh, and I rode around in the Crown Vic and smoked my little Black and Mild before I went back home.
I've been through 2 really scary storms.
Yeah.
One was when I was a child and there was a tornado in my backyard and it picked up the tree and put it on my house. And then the second was when we had the ice storm.
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that?
That was
The
right
ice
before.
storm?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was pregnant with Tristan. We had no power. Layla was a baby. I was so scared to drive. I had somebody come and pick me up and drive me to drive us to the hotel because I was so scared to drive in that ice because I was pregnant and I had like a car full of kids.
Your adventures, I swear for God, it's just been since like you came out the womb. Your mama was like, take her back. The adventures, your mama's life got real spicy once you entered into this world.
Who, me?
Your whole family's like, yeah, your adventures started at the womb. Like, you just got, like, see, my shit was, hey, I was just on the phone chilling, and I was like, hey, I think there was a storm. See, that's real stupid and silly sounding. You in real life perils with carfuls of kids trying to escape danger.
I mean, that we had no
I'm
power.
riding around.
We had no power, so we had to go
go
to a hotel, but everything was ice. Yeah, no, it probably, I knew that the world was going to be crazy, right? And so I tried to stay in the womb.
The
My
hail
due date-
just got to them. Did you ever see the hail, Bree?
What do you mean hail? The hail?
Oh, the hail had been moving across the state. So,
Oh.
like, we got the hail like a day or two before I came to help you in Champaign. And then the hail went to like Springfield like a day or
I don't
two
think
later,
it
and
traveled
then it
that
was down
slow.
in the Metro East. So I'm trying to figure where all this damn hail is coming from. And now it's up in Canada. And it was on the day where it was really hot. It was like 93 degrees. It was the hottest temperature we had so far this spring.
Global warming. The weather's weird. You just got to roll with it.
But the shit wasn't even melting on the ground, and it was pelting the house and shit. Boom, boom, boom. I tried to get a good video, but it was clunking my ass. I'm just saying. Yeah, but it definitely, I think that also contributed to my marigolds not making it. But I think I surveyed it today. Let me tell you, I looked at my marigolds. Okay. Remember, I told you sometimes you never know what we might talk about. Yesterday, you got a deviled egg recipe. Today, you're going to hear about my marigolds. Okay. So my marigolds that my mother sent with me that I had to plant in the pot, and only one of them was making it. And now its little flower is gone. I got the filling on it, and I noticed that it's got 2 new bulbs on it getting ready to burst loose. So it's about to be 2 new little marigold flowers coming up on that.
Good job. You brought it back to life.
I done brought it back. Back to life. Back to reality. Yeah, that's right. I got a green thumb. I got my little one marigold with 2 flowers on that joint making it do what it do. If y'all haven't taken the time to like and share this thing up, I don't know what else I got to do to entertain you. I'm telling you all about my marigolds. If you haven't taken the time to tag somebody, please do so. Get your mama, uncle, cousin, Terry in the building. You don't want to deprive anybody of all this goodness. What's up? We got the exotic one in the building. What's good with your homie? Good to see you on this evening. What you do, you was put in the yard. I was put in the yard, Tanny, loving life. No,
out
you
in the yard, and then bam, ice cold. That's crazy.
That's wild, honey.
Tanning season again. That sounds like how it used to be in Miami. I mean, they wouldn't have hail, but it would be like a super bad storm, and then 20 minutes later, it's so hot and humid again. The ground is completely dry. It'd be like, did that even just happen?
That's that tropical weather. You won't even be able to tell that it was a storm. You know what I'm saying? It'll just slide right through on you. Say peekaboo and peel out on that ass. Peel smooth out on that ass. What else is going on in the world? What y'all want to talk about? Remember, drop a comment. This isn't just about what we like to talk about. It's about what you like to talk about too. My broski is trying to get me to come and help him put in a pool this weekend. I'm thinking that's a no-ski. What are you thinking that I'm going to say to that, Bree?
I think you should do it.
What?
Everybody needs a pool.
No, I don't have to be the source of your hydration.
Well, you know.
We talked about Larry. You missed that. That was about 40 minutes ago. We was trying to figure out if 2 Chrisleys equaled 1 Hoover. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts about the Larry release? You know he always loved the kids.
I mean, I think it would have been helpful for the reduction of violence in the gangs in some sort of order being put in place if he would have been released sooner. I don't know if he could be effective on these YNs now.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see, you know. He's definitely an old man now. How old is he?
I don't know.
We need to know now. We need to know how old is Larry Hoover. Let me just go and see if people know. How old is Larry Hoover? Yeah, it don't like to listen to me too well tonight, praise the Lord. I'm going to have to get me an Alexa. You about to get replaced with an Alexa. Oh, he's 74. He ain't got but about 5-6 years left top. He ain't got about 5 or 6 years left. So it'll be interesting. He is. He old for sure. He got about 5 or 6 years left. I'm pretty good at estimating, lifespan. I've been getting real good at it. You know what I mean?
I mean, he probably has gotten pretty decent care in prison.
You think so?
Medical
They
care.
do say it preserves you, but if you end up with any major health issues, it's the place where you're gonna go. You better not have high blood pressure or cholesterol or diabetes. If you got some major health issues, it ain't good for you. But outside of that, that processed food and ramen noodles and squeeze cheese, it'll really preserve you. You know what I mean? They say it really preserves.
I mean, he was in a federal prison, so I think they have maybe some better accommodations like that.
And since 1974, he's probably had his own cell the whole time, like the movies. You think it's been like the movies where
He's
he got
literally been in prison
and...
for 50 years.
Yeah. Oh, you just counted that up?
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, and then you're going to spend your last 5 to 10 out on the streets and try to relearn the world. Although I imagine that he's probably had access to anything that we have out here. He's been able to put his hands on in there.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? So,
but still, it's prison for 50
right,
years. Right. I mean, he's been in prison longer than he's been out of prison. Like, at his age, 2/3 of his life has been spent in prison. That is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to fathom. I sure couldn't imagine like being constrained and controlled and like having to live that life for that long.
That would the being controlled part. Like if I could just go to prison and chill, like just leave me in my cell and I could just read books all day, I probably would be okay, honestly.
Yeah.
But all the extra is where it would go wrong for me.
Right. Well, and it's like adapting to all of the different culture in there.
Yeah.
Because there's different rules, like it's not the same. So then like your morals and your values for survival change. And like all of a sudden, like you're not the same person that went in there just out of necessity.
Yeah.
It's wild hunting. Yeah.
Because you know what? Today I was at the steward training and I had learned some things about some people that I thought, and I was like, even for living in the city and having what I feel like is street smarts, I really do be giving people the benefit of the doubt a lot of times. And then I'd be finding out, oh, people are like, oh, that's a shady nigga right there. But I really do be giving people,
I'm about to say, Trump has had some horrible things to say. So I wonder what the political motive is behind it. Was it just to free the Chrisleys? Or who was really behind the release of Larry Hoover? I don't believe this was an authentic thought of Donald Trump. I don't believe Donald Trump woke up and was like, you know what? Today,
you know what I think, honestly? I think that he thinks it's going to cause ruckus and a lot of violence in Chicago. And he hates our mayor. He hates our governor. But he really hates our mayor.
And he is the king of chaos and distraction.
And I think that is why he was like, I'm going to release Larry Hoover back to Chicago and watch them all go crazy. I think he thinks it's going to cause chaos and death. And I'm hoping it won't. But
we don't need that in the state or the city. Yeah.
I think he thinks it's going to be destructive for Chicago, and that's why he did it. But maybe that's just my low opinion of Trump. Maybe there is a better reason that he had. But I think he's doing it to be.
Continue to loom for me as well. I will say, this has come out of nowhere, and I was not aware that he was even considering. I thought that there were pressing matters. I didn't know he was looking at the what do you call it? The expungement list. What do we call this here?
Yeah. I don't know.
Silliness. Foolishness. Well, hey, they're free. I hope they enjoy.
I'm excited for the Creasleys though. Let's go.
Are you really?
Yes, I'm happy for Savannah,
I think
so
that
she
they're
can stop
estranged.
having to
Is
raise
that
her
just because
siblings.
they was in prison?
No, I'm saying I'm happy for Savannah because we seen her on World's Toughest when we watched that show.
Oh, we did see Savannah. That's right.
And I'm excited for her to not have to
forgot
keep raising
about
her
that.
siblings. Like she is raising her siblings. That is not a life for
But
a young.
in hindsight, she
lady.
might be the best one to raise them because at least on that show, World's Toughest Test, she seemed to have some common sense to some degree, and her parents just seemed. I mean, look what mess her parents ended up in.
I
The
mean,
children might be better off with their sister.
it's a lot of white collar crimes and things going on. Now, did Mr.
Mr. Chrisley?
His down low assistant buddy throw him under the bus and but had he kept that affair going on with they would have never got caught.
Like the Chrisleys,
which means they are good criminals. They didn't just get caught up on some stupid shit. He had to be turned in and plotted on in retaliation.
That's stupid to me. That's still stupid to me because I believe in a family like the Chrisleys. They're okay with you being messy as long as you don't get caught. I think she was always okay with them having a little down low side buddy,
right?
As long as it wasn't no public drama.
He just got the wrong one. But they was together for years, and so when he tried to end it, he got very bitter and he turned on him and turned him in and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, he was bitter. He led him on for all those years, used all his priestly power. This ain't this. He might be. He's the reality television diva.
Sometimes relationships don't work out, but but you know me, I'm the one who says I don't care what the situation happens between us. I'm not gonna mess with your money or your freedom. You don't mess with my money or my freedom.
We're gonna have to catch up. Hey,
yes.
Let me know if you're free on Sunday. I got a guest on Sunday. Who is a cannabis author, award-winning cannabis author. Hit me up and let me know if you're interested in rocking out with us on Sunday. And I would love to have you rock out with us. And of course, me and Bree, I think we might be about ready to start talking about some collaboration. What you think? You think so? You think we might be ready?
Indeed.
We might be ready. Who did I steal that from? What's her name? Come on. I love that young lady.
Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish. Why you say her name with such disdain?
Because I'm not a fan.
You got to be a fan.
I just think she tries a little too hard.
Well, I mean, she had to try very hard for a long time. I mean,
yeah, but that's why, because she tried too hard. If it was just natural, it would come.
I'm about to say more surprising to me than like her career and what she's done is like to hear about how long people have known her or like work with her when they were coming up, and to see how long they've been on, how long they've really been doing it before she got there doing it. And then you go, well, like, were there just not opportunities for them to pull her up with them? Or was she just not that good at the time? Or just wasn't her time yet? Or
not that good? Not her time yet?
You bloody tell. Shit, I hope to interview her one day.
It ain't nobody's responsibility to pull you up along with them. Like, you could try to help as much as the next guy as much as possible, but the comedy game is cutthroat, and usually you have a small window to really blow, and you can't really, take everybody with you. And sometimes the lesser.
What you mean? The Plastic Cup Boys got the whole squad on,
and a lot of them not funny, so that's not gonna last.
Hey, if anything, we know that Bree gonna keep it 100. Because it's raw, it's uncut, it's uncensored. It's the last word with Milk and Bree. I don't give a damn what you said. You know, it's been a conversation had here on tonight. Yo,
What up?
how you feeling about this thing so far? I don't feel like we've really hit a groove yet.
No, I think we still got to figure out what we're doing for tonight. I think, in the
What we
morning,
doing for tonight?
not
Girl,
tonight.
We about an hour
for the
into
Tonight
it.
Show.
I think
For
it's
the
already
tonight-
figured out.
For the night show. But in the morning, we had like set a plan for we're going to do this, do this, do this.
Yeah.
And I know we're trying to be more flexible and not have such a rigid thing going.
Right. I like free form conversation.
I think, I don't know. I think maybe that's what's taking it longer to, because everything else has always been planned. This is the first time we're doing like just free flow.
Yeah, free flow. Well, yeah, I think maybe it would be
because
helpful.
It's like we had Survivor, Big Brother. Like usually we have like a point of what we're going towards. This is the first free flow.
Yeah. Well, I think what might be helpful, even though we're pretty good on our feet, but I hate dead air, and so I'll just start talking about anything if the shit gets too quiet real fast, because that's just how I'm wired for whatever reason. But what might be helpful is if we have like a brainstorming idea for topics, and that way we just have a list that we can always pull from, or if we have time, which I've been trying to do a little bit of just looking to see what's popping for the day, any major news, to have some bullet points to draw from. Of course, I'll try to do that, but maybe we could take some time together to come up with a topic list.
Yeah, like I tried to do that as well today. That's why I got about Larry and the Creasleys, but
Yeah.
I was also had a full day, like
right.
Because I I had training, and then his thing was from 5:30 to 7. And
did you finish that?
What?
Did you finish telling me that? Because I feel like I don't like I feel like I remember you starting that story, and I don't remember how it ended.
Oh, he's going to U of I, School of Granger, computer engineering.
Now,
U of I is the ranked for the their College of Engineering is ranked number 5 in the country for their undergraduate program and number 7 in the country for their graduate program.
And where is SIU? We
not
used
ranked.
to be pretty high in engineering.
I don't know, but
look.
It's not number 5 in the country, because it
where
is
does Southern
University of Illinois, where my baby's going.
Engineering. Oh, I gotta know right now. Don't you talk about my school like that. We used to be known for engineering.
Now it's known for nothing. There was only one person that was going to SIU, SIUC. There was one going to SIUE and one going to SIUC, but only one.
Well, E is on the rise. They've got dorms now and everything. They got a football team now. Like, they are really on the rise. Damn, bro, we out here bad in these streets right now. Well, no, that's overall as a university. I was just trying to find the engineering program. As a university, I can't even say out loud what it is. If you want to know, you'll have to look for yourself.
No, tell us.
No, it's that bad. It's that bad. Guess. Okay, I'll give you a total, right? It says it's out of 198 schools. Oh, wait, and this is engineering, my bad. This is engineering schools. Out of 198 engineering programs, where does Southern Illinois University Carbondale rank?
167.
Huh?
167.
That would be a blessing.
197?
Shit. I mean, that's the only way it really could get worse. We are ranked 181 out of 198.
My baby's going to school that's ranked number 5. in the
look,
country.
let me make sure they wasn't lying on the brochure. I want to make sure they wasn't lying on the brochure. I'm just gonna take a little quick peek. Don't bother me over here. University of Illinois. Here we go. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if this is old stat or new stat. But it is at 5. But it is very close. It says that it's ranked with or it's ranked at number 7 as a tie. University of Illinois
for the graduate program. It's number 5 for their undergraduate program and number 7 for their graduate program.
My God.
But he's going undergrad right now. So right now it's 5.
Oh, and it's 5. I'm looking at it. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. That's
okay.
That's my baby.
Yeah. He's gonna go be the best.
Yeah.
He's gonna go be the best. That's all it is to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. You got to go be the best.
That's what happens when you have 4.6 GPA, third highest SAT score in your school. You do big things.
Yo, I was at graduation. On this past Sunday, and I was listening to them say that the cum laudes was in the 4 point something, and I said, "What in the hell? How high does the damn thing go nowadays? Is it just 5 standard for everybody now?" Because it used to just be a 4-point scale. That was it. And I never even understood.
Well, now they have weighted classes and, so he has a 4.1 unweighted GPA and a 4.67 weighted GPA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I mean, I graduated with honors in college. With high school, I got I was definitely in the middle of the pack. I think in high school, I don't think I was in the bottom. I was in the middle of the pack though, and it took me a long time to get to where I needed to be because I started out. You know my story, how I failed all my classes freshman year and I got honor roll senior year because I don't know how to do nothing but tell a story. My whole life is a movie. You could just, take bits and pieces, all the lives I've lived. But I also like to be great. So when I start out really bad, you can guarantee I'm gonna finish really good. And I started out really bad in college too, but I finished really good. It just took a long, long time.
I think I finished really good too because I started decent. Yeah. Then I fell off a little bit, but then I changed my major. I majored in Layla and minored in Tristan. And I think it did really good. I think it did really good.
I mean, I wouldn't change it for the world. People always talk about would you go back and change shit. And I really wouldn't change anything in my life. Like even the time that I quote unquote considered.
I have one thing.
One thing?
I have one thing that I would go back and change if I could change anything in my life, and that is getting my mom that dog after she retired.
Yeah.
That is my biggest life regret. My biggest life regret.
I mean, would you have just gotten a smaller dog or no dog or come on?
Maybe a smaller dog.
We're going to talk about it now. We're talking about it now.
A smaller dog.
Especially since you're not talking to the Godfather.
I should have recognized her age and limitations and that she wouldn't be able to control a German Shepherd well, and I should have got her a smaller
dog.
She
a very loyal and protective dog. Yep.
She is. That she is. But it's so funny because this weekend when we were with my family, they were talking about how the kids were when they were babies. And Rico has always been, a kid person. He usually connects with the kids. And if he can't connect with the kid, he feel like something wrong with your kid.
Sure.
But he was saying that Layla, because Layla didn't fool with people when she was a baby. Like it was me, my sister Jazz. She was okay with my sister Nay, and that was it. Like, she did not fool with my sister Shay. She didn't fool with my sister Mika. She didn't fool with most men. Like, you know, she didn't fool with them.
Right.
And he called her the cookie of babies. And she
Not
was
the
like,
cookie.
that is so insulting. Like,
Yo, who
he
does
was,
that?
he was like, I'm just saying, you didn't fool with nobody. Like, yeah, 2-3 people you fool with, and that was it. And that's Cookie. That is Cookie. She got about 3-4 people.
That's it.
No, she got about a handful. She got no, almost 2 handfuls. Almost two handfuls of people.
I'm gonna say she respected the alpha male in her presence. That's what I'm gonna say.
She didn't bark at you a whole lot. She didn't.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's good. That's a good first impression.
That's love right there. Everybody love the milkman. Even I love cookies too, so you know.
It's natural.
We're gonna end up
Yeah,
eating cookies together. Hers just gonna be dog biscuits.
Well, she likes Lorna Doones. If you're gonna give her cookies, my mom has her accustomed to eating Lorna Doones.
Okay, I don't know about Lorna Doones, but I guess I'll be learning after a while. Let me see here. Who is this in the comment section? Somebody done stopped by to say hello. What's going on? To the lone child in the building, like whoa. Hey, skibbity bop. I say, whoa. What up, Lyric? How you doing? Milk and cookies in the milk. Yeah, what's up, Milky?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. That would be, oh my gosh. How perfect would that be, actually?
Yeah, what's up, Milky Cookies? You know, I had a little girl. I taught this little kindergarten class one time, and there was a little girl in there. She had that little nasally congested, like she needed to blow her nose sound. Mm-hmm. She sounded just like the Milk and Cookies. I got to practice. I got to practice my Milk and Cookies.
I didn't even think about that.
Yo, we is out here having
hilarious.
We having a blast tonight. We talked about everything under the sun, all of that, and then some. Blessings to you. You already know it's so amazing whenever we get to rock with you. Hell, you know, one day Bree, do you ever like think about what it would be like to meet some of these folks in person? Like, would it be like amazing if we got to a point where we could travel and like we could meet up with folks?
Oh, I'm gonna meet up with Lyric one day because I'm going to Aruba.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You say it's happening.
Not 2026 because I already got like another trip to Cancun planned, and I'm trying to do something.
It is a combo. See. It's a combo.
Now 2027.
Yeah.
I do got to go to OKC for my next family reunion, right?
Right.
But my goal is to do 2 vacations a year, one domestic, one international. So maybe 2027 will be my Aruba year. I don't know.
Okay.
But it might be.
I just, you know, I have this desire, and I don't know like what the next thing is that's really gonna get the community growing. But one of the YouTube channels that I latched onto, like, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 years ago, was a channel called Yes Theory. And the whole concept behind the Yes Theory brand is saying yes. And they started out just by challenging themselves to embrace discomfort. And they would task themselves with challenges to do. And it evolved into them encouraging other people to do the same thing, whether it was like to come along with them on an amazing journey or to try to find a millionaire that will allow you to use their house to throw a party, just like from some amazing charitable things to just some amazingly entertaining things. They built a community where, like, no matter where they pop up in the world, I don't mean the United States, but in the world, they can throw out like an Instagram message and there is a Yes Theory community wherever they go. And these folks get together, they celebrate each other, they do things together. I think there's just such amazing way to like build a community. And I would one day like to be able to like put out a message and say, I'm going to be here. And like, meet up with a group of people who fucks with us like that, because I think that's some pretty chill ass shit. And that might be like an unattainable goal, but to me, it seems like it's possible.
Yeah, I feel like it is possible. It is.
You know, I'm a lofty. You know, I don't just set like little goals. Like I've never just wanted little shit. Look at me. There's nothing little about me. Like I've never just wanted like, you know what I mean? I've never just. So you know. What'd he say? What'd he say? Everything is possible.
Yeah.
Buster Beast type thing. I don't know about that. I about to say even his wholesome ass ended up with some drama. I still want to be like Yes Theory. They make movies
drama free.
Like what? And their story is just so much deeper. Like the way they met each other, like the original group, like how they were like college students and from different parts of the world and come together for this common thing to create content and to encourage people to be the best versions of themselves by embracing discomfort. Yeah, I don't know. I love it.
I mean, that sounds like cool for you, you know. That's not exactly something my anxiety would
Come on, we're gonna embrace discomfort. You're training for this.
Nah. I mean, I do things that are like I'm going to this union training or summer school. I'll be there for an entire week with one person that I know.
I don't want it to be an ironic meet though. I want it to be some chill ass barbecues with blunts in the air. You know what I'm saying? This is different type meetup type shit. You know what I mean? This ain't no regular ass meet and greet where I'm sitting behind a table signing 8x10s and no stupid ass shit like that. I mean, this is where we like passing the blunts and munching on some ribs and shit. You know what I'm saying? My bad, I interrupted you. Ribs taste good on me though.
No, I mean, I'm going to summer school with a bunch of people I don't know, and that's not something I normally would like jump at, but
yeah,
you know, I don't really do the whole strangers too. So.
Oh, we definitely doing strangers. This is, first of all, the fact that we do social media means we do strangers, and I'd never. Strangers.
It has to get to a certain point because at this point, I don't feel like Lyric is a stranger. That's why I say I'm gonna go see Lyric, but I don't feel like he's a stranger. Like that's my dude, Lyric. What you mean?
What I'm saying, it's gonna be more and more lyrics in the world. We talking to Lone Child right now. At some point, you gonna want to visit Lone Child. Is all I'm saying.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But at that point, he ain't gonna be no stranger.
Right. So it's just gonna be a regular, ordinary meetup with a friend.
Yeah. It's my internet friend.
Well, I want to be friends with the world. Do you want to be friends with the world?
I don't want to be friends with the world because there's some crazy folks out there. But I'll be.
I want to be friends with everybody.
I'm gonna use a little discernment, but but there's a few people that I have come across that I want to. Right? Like we ain't strangers.
Like I know you. I know you like ketchup on everything.
Right. I know stuff about you at this point.
Right.
You know?
About you as a person. About you as an individual.
I know you have a very good memory.
This is also true. And I say that I do, but I guess I have a good memory when it comes to certain things. Because there's some things that I can remember very well. But then I think I compartmentalize my memory. I like how you tried to swallow that yawn, though.
Yeah.
I like that in you.
I looked over at the time like, oh, is Chris here to call me old? But I am exhausted. I'm not getting no naps. I'm getting about 5 hours of sleep because I have to work in the office. You are, and I want to come. Like my aunt went to Aruba like 10, 15 years ago. And I've always wanted to go. I mean, yeah, I've always wanted to go. Your waters do look amazing. The water looks so blue and clear. Like I do want to go.
Jamaica water look just as nice, but I don't really know nobody there.
I'm gonna make it to Jamaica one day as well, but I'm not as pressed to go as I once was. Now that the weed is legal here in Illinois.
Jesus.
I take I can smoke anytime, but the beautiful beaches and the bluest waters.
That is the Bahamas. Oh
no, Bahamas.
Bahama,
That's a
Bahama,
separate country.
Bahama.
Those are separate countries.
What is? Oh,
Aruba,
yeah, but I mean they all the islands around there, yeah.
Yeah.
They in the Beach
They're
Boys
in the Caribbean.
song.
They're in the Caribbean.
Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Something else, baby. Somebody want to go.
But I do want to go to Aruba.
Kokomo. Is it
but
Kokomo?
I already, yeah. I do. I already have a trip lined up. Another trip to Cancun.
Jamaica's where it's at.
And so
I know you going back to Cancun. And here Lyric is laughing at my slow ass. You know you like my singing though.
So maybe 2027.
Hey. Well,
I don't think I'm gonna make it out the country this year. Actually,
we all got dreams.
Unless I end up going somewhere for Christmas.
Oh,
it's only no joke. You gotta just go when it's not hurricane season. They got seasons for hurricanes. The rest of the year is fine.
I don't feel like you can say that to a native because we be rocking with Lyric when Lyric be talking about I ain't got no power.
Yeah, but that's just during the season. I mean, we have stuff like that.
You're not going to see Lyric in their most vulnerable time.
Kalisha up in Canada with no power right now from a storm. So storms and storms. Storms and storms, no matter where they at.
Right. Okay. They safe.
Yeah, hell, you can experience a hurricane down in Florida.
Not Toto and Auntie M and them.
That was that was a tornado. We have those here in Illinois. Well, y'all have those. I don't have them in Chicago. We have them in the suburbs, but not in the city limits.
Yeah.
For real.
I was going to say I don't really have them, but they do be all around me. Yeah. They just don't be up on me. Mm-hmm. They can even be cross town. Father God, just don't come over this way.
Just don't come over here.
Put a fence of protection around me, Jesus. Thank you, Father God. Well, and I think the season about over. And you would think that as someone who is a lifelong Midwest native, I would know when the season is and all that shit, and how long it lasts and stuff. Mm-hmm. Do you know?
Spring.
That's right now. That's the now part.
Yeah, spring through like the beginning of summer usually.
Okay, Cali. Okay, so y'all got more than quakes. Y'all got fires and quakes. They like different shit there. Y'all like to burn up some shit and shake a lot.
And my sister they felt the effects of a quake in Tennessee, but she felt it over there in Georgia. And she was like, really? I felt like I was living in Cali again. And I was like, see, I guess you get used to whatever,
whatever weather you got,
weather disaster thing that is around you, because fires would freak me. Like how people be driving out, evacuating during the fire. I would die.
I'm about to say, I got a niece in California, and her mama was calling her damn near every day because she got asthma. This is the godson's daughter. And her mom was calling her every day trying to make sure, is it close to you? Is it getting back? It never got close to her, but she didn't even want her smelling the smoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. So,
yeah.
Be safe in your earthquakes. Like, it's not something
I don't know. I think I would choose the tornadoes out of all of them. I feel like in Illinois, we get fair enough warning that you could go ahead and move around. Now, you may have to have your insurance paid up if some damage happened to your home. But in terms of safety, I feel like we do get enough notice that we can clear the area.
I would say hurricanes, because we get tornadoes, you get notice like, okay, a storm is coming. You might have
In
a
about an
tornado
hour
watch,
or so.
but when it touched down, them sirens go off. You might have a matter of seconds to get to a safe place.
Well, that's why you got to pay
Hurricanes,
attention to the watch.
They be tracking the trajectory of the hurricane minute by minute
They
for
do that
2
for
weeks
tornadoes
ahead of
too.
time. No, because the tornadoes drop out of the sky, just out of the, sometimes you can't
Right,
always
but no,
track them.
They track the storm and the funnel cloud.
They track the storm and the funnel clouds, but there might be other funnels that just drop that have not been,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hurricanes, they ain't as like that. You got time to board up your house. You got time to evacuate. You got enough time to like really put provisions in place where
it looked like the lone child is taking your side on this
they
one.
have better
But I'll be
warnings,
damned
for
if I
sure.
give you the last word.
You got time to prepare. So
What you say? You got tornadoes up in California too?
oh man, tell California pick a struggle. In Florida hit you up 3 days before.
Times a day.
Yeah, you know beforehand the exact path that it's expected to follow.
Oh right, yeah.
What speed is gonna be? What category is gonna be at? By the time it hit land?
Well, see, but okay. The big difference though, then therein, is y'all got days, or they got days to think about it and to speculate and to kind of figure out whether or not they're gonna fill out, and then they be gambling like, oh, it's gonna miss us or whatever. In a tornado, when they give you the warning, it's time to move. Ain't no real time for speculation. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no be like, well, I think it might pass over. No, it's time to just get up and go. See, them hurricanes, you might have too much time is the issue.
No, because you got time to prepare. Like you got time to decide either I'm going to leave or I'm not going to leave. So let me go get a bunch of bottled water. Let me board up these windows. Let me get my generator. It's hard, like you have time to make a decision. Either I'm going or I'm not.
Me,
and if I'm not, let me prepare.
A sarcophagus.
I mean, you prepare to be without power for a couple of days. Which,
yeah, a sarcophagus is a tomb.
Yes, I know, but I'm saying,
yeah, I be when they sat down there and try to ride out the storm. To me, they are gambling with their lives. They're like they're building a sarcophagus up into themselves.
No, I mean they just preparing to be. I mean, back in the day, people
lived blow away.
Very rarely do they blow away.
Not very rarely.
Tornadoes
take out whole neighborhoods. Hurricanes take out whole cities.
But that's usually flooding. It ain't usually like they blew away.
Okay, that's true. I guess that's true. What else is the lone child over here talking about? Stubborn people that get left behind.
The stubborn people that get left behind to stay in their house. Yeah. And sometimes after it flood and they be up on their roof, like, I need help getting out. I'd be like,
No, but see, then I also think about the ones who didn't have the opportunity. Because, it's some folks that didn't have a way out. They might not even have a car or a neighbor to jump in the car with.
I mean, there are those.
And I always,
But I feel like most of the time that's more.
That's more
few. More few than.
I think you underestimate.
And that's the thing too. Is like we usually prepare for like 2 weeks, but hurricane season we prepare when hurricane season starts. Already have candles, canned food. Exactly. Like y'all know when the season starts. Just have your shit together.
Ready. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, so when does your season start, Lyric? Do your season be the same time as our season? We about to learn some things on tonight. We going way overtime to learn things on tonight, by the way.
We need to, because I gotta be up in the morning.
Tornado. Oh yeah, we probably should wrap this shit up. Season. Okay, April to June is
That's what I
Illinois
said.
tornado season. You
Spring
said
to the
spring. You said spring.
Uh-huh.
Exact quote. Run the tape back.
Yeah.
When is Aruba?
Ain't April to June spring?
Huh?
I said April to June spring.
What's
Ain't
that?
spring?
Huh?
I feel like that's spring.
What's that? Yo, I don't know that I can fuck. Oh, excuse me. I don't know that I can mess with hurricane season because in Aruba it goes from June 1st to November the 30th.
Yeah, but it don't really. It's usually
that's
not
a long time to be like.
Yeah, but it
have your
usually don't get
condo ready.
bad till like August, September. Is when
All the
the
way to
storms really
November?
start picking up. At least that's how it was in Miami. From like August,
Yep.
August
here we
to the
go.
years. Yeah, see, it's usually like August to November. That's how it was in Miami anyway. So I feel like
Okay.
and our governor. Yo,
Y'all can't
stuff's
catch a
going
break.
crazy out there.
Can't catch a break. Can't catch a break in Cali. No. Hey, Lord. Hey, you know what? I've had a really busy week this week. No work on Monday. Trying to get a week, well, really 2 weeks worth of work done in 3 days. Because not only did I have Monday off for the holiday, I've taken Friday off. So while I've been very busy and I have another full day of appointments and work that I need to get done, tomorrow's the last day of this week for me. And I'm excited about that.
Well, I'm
So here we
excited
go.
for you.
I'm excited about I'm hoping to be able to go fishing this weekend. I hope that I don't find myself putting up a pool, but I might go help. I might go move a little sand around or something. You know what I mean? Feel like I did some. Grab a shovel, level it up a little bit, give some instructions. That's what I'm really good at is supervision.
Delegating. I'm a good.
I need to really get them together because they'll be everybody trying to be doing their own thing. I have to get them working together. You know.
Mm-hmm,
So that might be my role. I might go on ahead and bless them with my leadership then. I'm going to go, what do I do for employment or what does she do for employment? We're both social workers.
I'm not a social worker. I am not a social worker.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't just going to call you a case manager. You're a social worker.
I'm a case worker.
Oh, a case worker. I'm not a social worker.
I couldn't go into a job and apply for a social working position.
You really could.
I don't know if
you really could. Because you have all of the paperwork side of it down. And they'll let it. I've seen some people with no college degrees at all in social work, depending on where you live. Okay. So yeah, I've seen some varying approaches to social work, from real clinical textbook to this is how we do it. You know what I mean? You never really know. Yo, it's time to get up out of here though. Shovel it like who? MGK. We finna get up out of here though, cause it is be about that time. I hope you have all had an amazing day. We appreciate y'all rocking out with us on this evening, winding things down. Get some rest so that you could be equipped and ready to go to make it a great day on tomorrow until tomorrow night. Was it weird not having Survivor tonight?
It was.
It was a little weird. That was a squirrel on me right there. That was a little bit of a squirrel.
Yeah.
Give folks just enough time to say goodnight. It's all love. It's all love. Make it great, man. Yay. I think I was saying. You were saying. We were saying.
You were saying until next time.
That's why I said I was saying, you were saying, we were saying. See? We's was saying. Yay. Bless up. Lyric. You haven't said goodnight yet. That's why I'm waiting on you. You always say goodnight. Come on, Lyric. That is.
Good night. Good night.
Now we can have a great night. Be amazing. Until tomorrow night, I am the Milkman.
And I'm just Bree.
And I get the last word because you.
And I got it. Nope, I got it. I got it. Always.
With
All right.